Hey guys, welcome on back to episode 5 of the Group Iron Man series. So, as we kind of stated at the end of the last one, we are still aiming for that 80 prayer. I think it's just being able to get what is basically a piece of Ancestral on my offhand is on. We got the drop, we gotta be able to equip it. So, that is probably one of the goals for the video. I'm praying I can pull it off. We'll see. About 2,700 dragon bones is what that's going to take. So it's a bit of a gauntlet. I was doing the math, and I can average roughly a full inventory in about 10 minutes with banking. Coming back down here, that's give or take 27 bones, 270 bones in about, you know, long story short, it's gonna take a while. I did the math. Probably be about a 20-hour grind. So I am looking forward to the TOA changes. Those come out this Wednesday or Thursday during the game update. So when those drop, I was loving TOA before. I don't have a ton of completions, but let's look real quick here at the collection log. We've gotten super lucky here. And out of these 11 expert raids we've done, we pulled 2 purples last video, as I'm sure you guys have saw. If you haven't seen them, go back, check it out. But yeah, we pulled the ward as we all saw. So I got to get that 80 prayer. But I've loved this raid before. I did this on my main account, and I plan on pushing a lot more now on the iron. So it helps to get the purples, keeps you going. But we're only at 11 expert completions, and I'm hoping that with the updated changes that they're doing to the raid, it's only going to make the raid better. I know it's kind of controversial for anyone that does more than 300s, but personally, as someone that kind of finds it fun to just run straight 300s, I think it's going to be a really nice change of pace. The seed drops are going to be missed, but I think it'll be okay, especially once we get that yellow gem, which they're increasing the drop rate for. So, you know, all of the times you guys see me open up the white chest praying for the yellow gem, I think hopefully we can make that come true, but we'll see. But without further ado, I am just going to keep on slaying the dragons here. And I'll have little check-ins to show you guys how far we're getting. But again, I'm not going to spoil anything. Maybe we finish this video, maybe we don't. We're gonna find out together. So. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I am not a humongous clue scroll guy, but I am going to do the right thing. I am going to do my hard clues that I get from the dragons as we go. I'm going to save all of the chests for the end, and maybe that's how we'll end the video, or maybe it'll be towards the end, but I'm saving it until we actually have the 80 prayer. I've only gotten 2 so far, but we got both those hard caskets. I had a third, but you know how the PKers are in the wild. I had one of the rogues den, and someone decided they wanted my spade. I get it, they're worth a lot of money, they're expensive, so more power to the guy or gal. But yeah, we are going to be trying to do most, if not all, of the hard clue scrolls we can. I stack them up at the outside here, right where the teleport brings us, and then the end of every session I try to knock them out. I don't know how people do 20 clues at a shot. I would go crazy. I can barely do like 4. I don't know, at least hard clues. I've never been a big, huge clue fan, but who knows? Maybe this will change when we open these up. Maybe we'll get lucky. So, just wanted to throw that in there. There will be clues. Guys, I was just thinking while I was doing this, I did not like how I was always right-clicking to get my dragon bones, and I wish they would just always be on top. So when I would hover these little loot piles here, dragon bones would always appear on top like this. And I already had this set up, like, you know, probably 100 bones in. Like, it was pretty early, but I was thinking not a lot of people know about this. I didn't really know about this. I looked to try and find this. I know you could, you know, you could hold alt, and you could adjust all the loot values and bring stuff down so it only shows the dragon bones, but I didn't really want to screw with all of my loot that would come out of here after this point. So if you get this plugin up here, it's called custom menu swaps. Ground item order. You literally just, you know, you can put in whatever order you want and it'll put it on top. So like if there's ever dragon bones, it'll go on top. If there's ever dragon bones and ensouled heads, then it'll put those both on top. But then that way, kind of just takes the right click out. You know, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're doing 2,700 dragons, sometimes it's just the little things that make this a little more bearable. All right, quick check-in. We have been going strong. We haven't been getting as many hard clues as I anticipated. Honestly, Got a few completed, a few on the ground, but what this does mark, the whole reason for this little clip here, exactly 1,000 dragon bones. If that isn't lucky, and 50 installed heads, I mean, that seems like a sign. That's got to be a good omen for what's to come. That's what I'm hoping. But XP wise, these are about 5 dragon bones each, so that's kind of like 250 dragon bones and 1,000 there. So, you know, 1,250 dragon bones worth of XP down at a 2,700-ish. We're getting there, about 1,500 to go. So a little quick 1,000 check-in though, that'd be fun. No wildy step, please. No wildy step, please. All right, Lumbridge. We can live with the Lumbridge. Lumbridge windmill right next door. Can we all just agree for just 1 second here that this clue step out in bumfuck nowhere here, mountain, yeah, you know, by Chambers, you can't walk from down here. You gotta go to the fairy ring and go through the swamp and over grandma's house, around the mountain, out to the middle of nowhere. Now, I'm sure maybe there's some cool secret teleport I don't know about, but I can tell you, I personally, you know, this could get my vote for not being in the game no more. You know, we could put it somewhere a little more accessible. You want to make a Draenor village, I can live with that. You know, we can get down with that, but come on, don't make my guy run so far. Casket achieved. We would get 2 back-to-back wildy steps. All right, let's get this over with. My God, are we gonna win this? I don't even know. Oh, don't do it to me. Please. Oh my God. That felt much harder than I think it needed to be, but you know, that's okay. Oh my God, and we didn't even get rewarded. And another crate. Come on, you fat bastard. Give me my crate. For the love of God, don't. Oh, God, oh, please. Not another step, please. Oh, we got a crate. There's another one. All right, come on, reward me. Oh, we actually got rewarded. And another one. All right, time to check out these new TOA changes. This is raid number 1 as they just dropped the update today. So we are going to give it a shot. No, shit. So they really didn't change anything in this room, which is okay. It's okay. It's really not that bad of a room, to be honest with you. All right, we're gonna try something different here. Normally, I won't go for the Scarab Swarms in a solo, and this might not be a good idea, but we're switching things up this time. So, once we get him down, oh my God, would we level up? Attack level 89. But once we get him down here, and he spawns the little Scarab, we are gonna try aiming all of his little swarms. Let's see if that's any good. I know it's great if you have like multiple people, but we're gonna try solo. Okay, half HP. I think that's worth it. Alright, so one of the other changes they did was supposedly lower the mage defense of these little minions here. So we are going to hope and pray here, but we should see a pretty noticeable difference in how often we hit. So hitting a 20 off the rip. Okay. You know, further testing will be required, but I do feel like I'm hitting a little more. That's some pretty scuffed mage gear. It's hard to tell if that was a huge difference, but it didn't feel terrible. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, that's fine. Again, first two rooms, not a humongous difference, but that's not realistically where all the big changes are. The big changes are in the two rooms that are coming up next year. I gotta start with Baba. I gotta see these Baba changes. So I can already tell that they changed the waves up, which is interesting. We're not gonna... No judgment yet. This just takes a little getting used to. I'm definitely taking a little bit more damage here than I feel like I normally do. But it also, you know, so I'll just could be placebo. I am just bad at the game. That is something that is occurring as well. Oh god, what am I doing? Alright, let's see it, let's see it. I should take near 0 damage in this room. Maximizing our time here together by missing both VGS specs, but so far, Protect from Melee is absolutely working, which is just a beautiful thing. Having 100% of the damage get redirected to the rock is actually so nice. Time to test the sarcophagus. Oh my god, even that tanks all of the damage. That's so nice. Yeah, that feels so much better. I am a huge fan of those changes. Puzzle room, I don't want to say it felt more difficult because it's shorter. I know they took a few waves out. I think it just takes a little time getting used to it. I had all those spawns memorized before, but overall, huge improvement to Baba. Absolutely love it. Alright, this room now is going to be weird. I should be able to just bofa him the entire time, which is going to be incredible. So let's give this a whirl. Oh my god. Spent all this time getting a toxic trident for what? This feels better. This definitely feels better. And since he didn't hit me, he doesn't get to swap. Yeah, we're right back in cycle. No big deal. And if I'm gonna set up the real, I'll get the better one. I know this is like the moth or something, but I'll get the real one now that we can actually use a 4-tick weapon here being the Bofa. We will swap it over. Because being able to non-stop butterfly would just be beautiful. Since he hit me once he did his special now, he was able to switch. Okay, that makes sense. See, like, this feels reasonable. I'm honestly okay with this. This is amazing. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Oh my god, they don't even spawn any. Oh my god. This room is so much easier. I absolutely love this. Nope, you ain't tricking me. Come on, we gotta have a flawless first dance. God, this room is so much better. Suppose this is still a good reason for having gotten the Toxic Trident. Okay, so here's another spot that made changes. They no longer will let these skulls fall under him or in the temple, I believe. So you can actually see them all. No more will there be hidden skulls that come and kill you. You know I could definitely add on Insanity and get used to it, but there's just something so nice and chill about knowing that once you reach this guy, there's pretty much no way to fail. It's just really nice. It's like you're making that final walk to that chest. I don't know. I like it. I'm open to doing Insanity, but honestly, these 300s without Insanity are so chill, especially after these updates. Yo, let's fucking go. 39.37, sub 40. We fucking take it. Now the real question, are we rewarded? We are not rewarded, but that's okay because we actually are, because they buffed the yellow gem, and that's right here. That's also okay because we can do it again, you know? That's why it's okay. That's a little unfortunate of a chest. That's probably the 3 worst rolls, but it means we're building our RNG up. Alright, another quick check-in. I think I might have missed it by an inventory or two, but we did hit, yep, just over 1,500 bones, 1,559 now, and we are at 67 heads, each one being worth 5. So what? 60 times 5 is 300, 7 times 5, 35, so 335 plus the 1,559. We're sitting at just about 1,900 dragon bones worth of XP, so not too shabby. 1,900 out of 2,750, so we're getting somewhere. We're just keep on pushing on. I'm gonna keep the clue scroll total towards the end hidden until we actually get done with it. It's not, as I said, it's not quite as much as I expected it to be, but at a drop rate of, if we pull it up, green dragons, and we scroll on down, we've got hard clue scroll at a 1 and 128. So, you know, I think I might have had my hopes set a little higher, but nonetheless, we are going to do all the ones that we can. So, just a little quick check-in. You know, it sure is amazing how much smoother this step goes with a Fang over a DDS. You know, who would have guessed it? But look at that. Here's another one. For whatever reason, I seem to only, about 20% of the time, I will bring a spade with me when I'm doing the clue scroll. And that's another casket. And another casket has been achieved. There is another reward casket. Alright. So, this should mark the final inventory. 2,100 dragon bones, 86 in sold heads. And if we do the XP calculator on the right side here, we refresh that, we officially have almost 1 million prayer XP banked. So, now comes the fun part. We have to run through the heads, and then we have to actually break these bones down. So I think I'm going to start with just breaking these bones down. I think that's going to be the longest part, so we're just going to knock that out. So here we go. All right, and for those of you that have not done this type of prayer training before, I will link the whole playlist below, but in my episode 2 of this series, I actually did a little bit of this prayer training method already. So anyone interested in learning more on this, feel free to check out episode 2. Alright, just in case anyone was curious, the time that it takes to break down 2,000 bones is, if you're kind of doing it somewhat efficiently, about, or at least for me, just about 55 minutes, because I have 4 clues in the ground from before I started this. I wanted to break these down first. And I see we got 4 minutes left on them, so it was a bit of a race against the clock, but we got ourselves 122,000 bone shards, so that is solid. I think now we are going to go ahead and get the Sunfire Splinters we need. So I think that'll be about 800 Sunfire Splinters, which sounds like a lot, but honestly I think it's only like 10 runs, so shouldn't be too bad. Another crate. Alright, so I've been running through the last few clues I had juggling on the ground, and I might have made a mistake in an earlier clip. I figured this would be a good time to correct it. So I had mentioned about a hard to get to spot, and that I'm sure there was an easier way to get there, but that I just didn't know about it. Well, lo and behold, there is. There's a much easier way than taking a fairy ring and walking through the entire swamp. It's this old clue right over here on this side of the map. I was talking about how you had to go all the way around Mary Poppins Mountain here. Turns out if you just go to the Farming Guild and you run south, and don't get me wrong, this still isn't like the shortest clue in the game, but it's not quite as bad as having to go all the way around the mountain. So I stand corrected. I stand corrected. All right, and that marks 800 Sunfire Splinters, which I anticipate that being more than enough. So now we just got to get ourselves some wine, and we're set to rumble. Alright guys, so we have all the bone shards. They're all broken down. We made ourselves 410 jugs of wine, which should be plenty. Now I think I'm going to real quick, I want to run through all these ensouled heads. Primarily because I want to make sure I actually use them. We have a little bit extra, and I kind of just want to open up these spots. I don't get a lot of these, as you can see the numbers aren't too high. So we are going to run through the ensouled heads first, and then we will finish with the bone shards. Alright, so I've never done this before, but it's my understanding we're just doing the reanimate spell with the ensouled head in your inventory. Your mind fills with knowledge, nothing happens. Hold on, we're going to be deeper in. Oh, I gotta click on it maybe. Aha! That's what it is. Okay, okay. So we'll run through all these, all the dragon heads, and then we'll come back at the end here. But we haven't gotten any prayer XP, so that will be tracked right here, and we'll be able to see it at the end. Look at that, our first level. Alright, the prep work is done. We have ran through all the ensouled heads, which on the right side here, we got just under 175,000 XP from that, which is honestly a lot more than I expected to get. But we got all the bones crushed down, we got all of the jugs of Sunfire wine made. Again, if you're unfamiliar with this process, check out video number 2 in the Group Iron Man series. I kind of covered this whole thing start to finish, so I'm not going to really spend any time covering it now. But now, it is just a matter of watching the humongous 600 XP drops come and go. I don't have any blessed wine to fill. Oh, we gotta... Oh my god, you didn't see this. I don't even know what I'm doing. Hold on, we gotta go bless the wine. Alright, there we go. So you didn't see that first part. Everything's fine. Now it's just a matter of watching the XP drops come. I'll see you guys at the end. Please don't tell me I'm like 2 bones off of what I think I needed. Oh my god, we had exactly enough. Let's go. 80 prayer knocked out of the way. Oh, that feels good. That was a little grind. It was good, but it worked out. Now we should be able to equip our ward, and we should be able to start our clue opening. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for. Of course, first, for good luck, we're going to equip the ward. We have done it. We have it. You know, now that the raid really doesn't require any magic use at all, we have gone out of our way to maximize our our magic setup. But you know, it's worth it. I'm happy. I know there'll be other content, especially like chambers, that I think this will come in big handy with. But feels good to have it. We can now use the purple that we got, which is always good. And I think it's time. We ended up getting 14 hard caskets. Looking at their drop table, it was like 1 in 120 or something, 128. So honestly, this isn't too bad. Killed about 2,100 total. So we can, the big goals from this, if we get pretty much Bando's boots or the War Blessing, those would be probably our favorite two. And then we need a Heraldic Helm. There is still a step we cannot do because we don't have the Heraldic Helm. So without further ado, oh, I gotta swap the left click here to reset. There we go.
The collection log.
Oh, look at that. We got 2 collection logs in 1 chest. We'll take that. We'll take that. Got this plate body and a comp bow. The magic comp bow back to back with a magic longbow. Hey, you know what? If we ever need to make the scorching bow, that'll be nice. Unless that might have to be unstrung. I could be wrong with that one.
The collection log.
A Ceradoman coif. Again, not incredible, but it's, you know what? It's actually 2 collection logs. The ancient plate skirt as well. So we'll take it. It's fine. We had to pay our taxes on that one.
The collection.
Oh my god, we got the Heraldic Helm. Let's go. Hey, that's huge. You should be able to do every hard step now in the game. That was the one thing we could not do up till this point, was because we didn't have the Heraldic Helm. So that's awesome.
The collection log.
We got the Honorable Blessing. That could come in handy at some point. Right now, I don't know how much that'll do, but it's a log slot.
The collection log.
Oh, look at that. The red hide gilded. The gilded red hide. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's, can we equip some of this real quick? Maybe we can open up some spots. All right, hey, you know what? This is my stuff. Hold on. We gotta bank it. We gotta bank it. We're not giving this out to nobody. Yo, how about we got some gilded. I feel like that's got to be rare. I don't know. If it is rare, I'll pop something up on the screen, but that seems like it would be up there for rarity.
The collection.
Oh my god. Okay, so now I know this is rare to get both the Dragon Boot Ornament Kit, and then we got red top gilded. Now we get the red bottoms. Yo, that's pretty goated. That's pretty goated. We got it real quick. We're gonna have to throw on some boots. Can we just throw these on the boots real quick? Is that... Oh, look at that drip. Holy Christmas. All right, maybe clues aren't so bad.
The collection log.
All right, let's see. What else do we got? Welcome on in, Drake. We got the Peaceful Blessing. The Peaceful Blessing.
The collection
We
log.
get the Ceradoman boots. Hey, you know what? That's actually fucking goated because we don't have any ranger boots. These are going to be best in slot for me for a while. That's 2. We got a Crozier too. Awesome. And a page. And
look
at that. We get another collection log, just a page. That's okay. And the last one.
The collection log.
We got a master clue and we got the Ceradoman. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Oh, not too shabby. We will take that. That was a pretty good opening. We pretty much didn't have any clues before that. And we had a handful, I guess. We had about half of, but that was a solid opening. Gilded top, gilded bottoms, and we got the gilded boots. So that's That's pretty solid. Plus, again, we got some fucking wearable boots for our range setup now. So hey, no complaints out of me. You know, I got so excited to open the clues and equip the ward, I did not even cover the XP, so I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Unfortunately, I forgot to pause the counter for like how much XP per hour we were getting, but I can tell you I remember, which it was, we got just under 1.1 million XP per hour, which is just insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of prep work that goes into it, right? Between crushing the bones, making the wines, blessing everything, getting it there, right? But it's well worth it. I was super happy with it. Gained just under a million prayer XP, just under 500,000 ranged XP from pretty much only solely killing dragons. We had that one raid that you guys saw, but other than that, that's pretty much all we did was kill dragons over the last week and a half. So not bad XP, and I think this account's pretty much ready. I mean, it's been ready, but can't delay it anymore. I think it's time for just locking ourselves up to TOA and going until we see a purple light or two. So that's what we can expect to happen next video. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you very much. If you've made it this far into the video, I seriously appreciate you. Those of you that have watched the whole series, again, I also seriously appreciate you. I'm going to be continuing this as long as I can. This next grind might take a little bit, but no need to worry. The next episode will come. But again, I just wanted to take a minute saying thank you so much for taking the time to watch these. And if you haven't already, feel free to drop a sub. Again, it'd be the easiest way to see when I upload the next one. Drop a like if you're liking it, and make sure to let me know down below what you guys want to see next. So, without a further ado, I guess it's time. We're going to lock ourselves to TOA for a little bit. Pray to God for some purple light, and also pray that they're not duplicates. See you in the next one.